Hi, Lincoln Fillmore coming to you today from the Gold Room at the State Capitol. We just had some technical issues with recording the video on Friday, so I'm recording this on Monday morning. Sorry it's getting out to you a little bit late. But, you know, technology is wonderful when it works and causes headaches when it doesn't. But this gold room that we use here, you see the flags behind me, this is used for visiting dignitaries when they come to the state, for receptions and things. On Friday, we had a reception in this room for Pamela Atkinson, who's just one of the most phenomenal human beings you'll ever meet if you ever get the chance to meet her. If her name is familiar to you, it may be because you've driven by the Pamela Atkinson Center here downtown. She has dedicated her life to serving people who are experiencing homelessness. And we just had an opportunity on Friday to thank her for her lifetime of unselfish and dedicated service to help improve Utah and improve the lives of people who are really seriously struggling with addiction, with mental illness, or even with temporary hardship. We owe her a lot in our community. I'm involved in that issue somewhat more this year because I was named the chair of the Housing Affordability Commission. And so we've been working hard to pass a package of 3 bills to address housing affordability in the state by providing subsidies and treatment programs for people who need deeply affordable housing due to mental illness or addiction. We're also running bills to try to streamline approval process so that we can stop standing in the way of housing supply coming to the market. The last bill of that package passed in the House committee on Friday. So all of those bills are now set to be heard on the floor, and we hope will pass the legislature this week. Also, we got revenue estimates, which is typical this time of year. The governor and the legislature, we get together with outside economists and try to project how much money we're going to have for the budget that we're going to be adopting this week. And that budget needs to last until June of 2024. So we're really budgeting 18 months out, and it's important that we have as accurate information as we can. This time, the revenue estimates came out. We're about flat with what we had been projecting already, where the last couple of years, the estimates have been revised significantly upward. What a flat new projection means is that the state is still going to have plenty of money, but that the size of the tax cut is probably not going to be as big as I had wanted. I've been fighting for something between $500 and $800 million, and it looks like where we're going to land is a tax cut of $400 million that will reduce taxes largely on income, but also provide tax credits for people who have new children, an expansion of the earned income tax credit, and a further exemption of Social Security taxes. That's going to be part of the big $400 million package. And then there'll be a second part of that package that is about removing the sales tax on food. That one is going to be up to the Utah voters. So the legislature, I think, will pass tax cuts of about $600 million. That $400 million income tax cut will take place immediately, and then the sales tax on food will go to the voters on the ballot in November of 2024, and it'll be paired with a constitutional amendment to try to make sure that the legislature will have flexibility to use the remaining funds to address the needs that the food tax is currently meeting, like public safety, social welfare programs, transportation, things like that. I've been really intricately involved in some what we call big rocks, right? These things that are a big part of the state budget. So I've been on the little committee, our task force, that's working on what the tax cut is going to look like. I already mentioned that I'm highly involved in housing, which is going to be hundreds of millions of dollars. And because I'm involved in so many negotiations, and I'm also the vice chair of the rules committee, I'm off the floor more this session than I have been in the past. And so sometimes that causes me to miss a vote. So as you go through and you're trying to see how votes have come out and how I voted, if I've been absent for a vote, it's really just because I've been out working on the budget for public education, or working on the tax cut, or working on the housing bill, or just working to try to make sure that everything that goes forward is something that's designed to increase your liberty. I try to always catch our third reading votes, so sometimes I'll be off the floor during second reading. But that's why you might see me absent sometimes. I appreciate your patience with that. If you ever want to get my opinion on a specific bill, whether I voted on it or not, you're always welcome to send me an email. And as you know, I respond to every email personally. So that's what was going on here last week. One other side note, up here at the Capitol was an original copy of the Utah Constitution last week. And, having something like that around, it really just reminds you of how much history is here in the state capitol, and how what we're doing is standing on the shoulders of geniuses and giants who prepared the Utah and the United States Constitution. They give us the framework for how we protect our system of liberty and why government is the best kind that stays out of your way. And that's why my goal is to give you more control of your life and for the government to have less. It's why we're working on tax cuts and housing and bills to increase individual freedom. I'd love to have your support. If you have any feedback about that, please let me know. You can send me an email or give me a call. And since there are only 5 days left in the session, counting the day that I'm recording this, I just want to send out one final invitation to come up and join me on the Senate floor if you're inclined to do that sort of thing. It can be kind of a fun experience where we get to talk about the process. You can see some debate on the bills that we consider. And most people who come up really enjoy it, so I just, again, extend that invitation. Thanks again for all your work and letting me know what your thoughts are. It's a vital part of the process. Keep those coming, and I'll talk to you again on Friday. Bye-bye.